Hello. I am posting today something that I want to write that I want to say in English because it concerns a friend of mine, a very, very good friend of mine, a very old friend of mine, older time and older age, who I thought, believe me, was dead since at least 2 years ago. And yesterday, or perhaps the day before yesterday, I don't quite remember, I received an email from his sister, whom I had met many years ago in Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm talking about Tom McLeod. Tom and I went to junior college together in 19, starting in 1961, and ever since we've been friends. I have been to Nova Scotia to visit him and his family. I met his family. His parents were already deceased, but I met uh, even some of his uncles, or his sister Joanne, and it was great. And then Tom came over to Panama, and he also studied with me a bit in while I was in Spain. He spent a year, and we were roommates in Spain, in Madrid, uh, while I was doing graduate work, and he wanted to learn Spanish, so he came over. And before we started uh, school in Spain, we toured Europe, all Europe, all non-communist Europe at that time. We went all the way up from Spain, all the way up to Scandinavia. It was really great. It was great, and we followed that little book. That it was kind of a Bible, travel Bible at that time. That was called by Arthur Frommer, Europe on $5 a day. It's amazing that at that time we pooled our $5 each. We pooled them, and so we had $10 a day as a couple. Let's put it that way, and it worked. We toured Europe for during 30 days. I remember that the owner of the pension, Doña Marisol, told me, "No, you guys are going to be back here in a week. That's never going to last. $300 each? Uh, no, $150 each, or 300 per couple, and that's not going to work." Well, we did make it, and some years ago I recalled a lot of little stories about that trip, and I included them in the last book I wrote. That was in English, and I have not translated it into Spanish. It's called Memories of Beautiful People. So when I received this letter, it was such a joy because I had grieved Tom. I was sure that uh, he had died, and I just hadn't been notified. Now I just learned that he's moving into a retirement home, and they're fixing his computer. It seems that something was wrong with the computer, and he couldn't communicate with me, uh, and he didn't have WhatsApp or well, anyway, he didn't have that a mobile phone or whatever it is. So I am so happy. I am so happy. It's you know when you have a true friend and that true friend parts, it makes you die a little bit. It happened to me with Emita's first cousin, and he was the godfather of Akim. We were compadres, and he died in a car accident. And I remember that it was so painful. I still don't get over it. And the same thing happened when I sort of convinced myself that, well, Tom passed away. So Tom was dead, and he came back from death. He came back to the living. I just wanted to share this with you. I hope this doesn't happen anymore with anyone. Please, my dear friends, and you know who I'm talking about, please keep in touch with me or have someone tell me about you, okay? Tom told his sister Johnny, and that was great. Okay, well, see you then. It's great having good news. Okay, bye bye.